All right there. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to SASE 2021. We're all set and ready for some One Step from Eden by KillerChair. So, let's see us the winning category of neutral.
All right. Excellent. Hi, everybody. We're going to be playing the neutral category then. With this wonderful character, SASE. We'll be using the invade style for the sake of the spell on the far right over there. You'll see why Crossfire is ridiculously OP, and with SASE we'll be jumping on the enemy tiles a lot to do stuff. It's going to be good. Before we start the run, quickly about the category so that people know. In neutral, it means you can beat the game with any combination of kills or saves. You gotta have like a mix of them. And we'll essentially be killing one character, which is the least useful assist character. More on that later. And that has influence over what the final boss will be. So I'm ready to go. I'll be giving a countdown. We're gonna start the run in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so what is One Step from Eden? Well, I like to call it a menuing game. It is a Mega Man Battle Network-esque combat system game with deck builder elements. It's got a whole bunch of mechanics into it. It's quite fantastic. We'll be switching focus tree here. That is essentially influences what spells you're gonna be more likely to get, and we'll just be using a variety of things on that. We'll be looking for one specific spell, which is why we changed the focus tree. A spell called Echo. I have a knack for accidentally missing out on picking it, so let's see if we can prevent that today. You might see me like frantically walk around with my character on the panels. I'm doing that because SASE's mechanic in this style is that she regenerates mana for every step you walk. Getting a whole bunch of wonderful misses there. There we go. Oh. There we go. So I'll be moving a lot to regenerate mana faster. Now, in between these fights, you'll have menus where you can either pick spells or artifacts, depending on if you level up or save certain things a bit. Let's donate some blood so we can get rid of this. And you'll be noticing as well that double cast perfect. There's a whole bunch that goes on there. I will miss out on a fair bit of explanations here and there and lose my train of thought because there's just that much going on. This is our first boss fight, Saffron. I love having her as a first boss fight. Her fight gets quite difficult if she's a later fight in the game. And there we go, that's one character spared. But yeah, you can upgrade spells at that little shop. You can buy upgraders, which are quite useful, important things. Double fire is a thing whereby you cast your spell twice. There's a variety of upgrades that you can get when using upgraders. Let's go up here and save this hostage. Hostages are like, depending on the type you get, you either get artifacts or spells or money or health, that sort of deal. There we go. Oh. Enemy trying to do my shtick there by moving onto my tiles. That's not allowed. And yeah, you'll see that I'm mostly choosing to skip picking spells. That is because we want full focus on Crossfire. Crossfire is an insane spell. It deals 130 damage. Basically, easy way of explaining it is in both directions that it goes in. So you're sort of doubling down on damage by jumping directly on top of your enemy and then just unleashing There we go, sacrifice some health. Now we got double fire and chance to hit twice. Chance to hit twice, pretty self-explanatory, but essentially I've got 25% chance for all of the ticks that Crossfire already does to tap twice, making boss fights go real fast. Now here we have Best Girl Riva. She's just a super wholesome character, likes protecting and all that good stuff, and she's just cute, just good anime girl, kinda. She's not really moving into the spots I want her to. There we go. As you saw, many numbers happen. So we're moving on to Terra. I already know that Terra is here because every boss character is in a specific zone. They're always in the same zones. But there's 2 bosses per zone, essentially. So since we just beat Riva, we know that the other Earth area is moving on to Terra. And Terra is our kill target. Sorry, Terra lovers, but her assist move is the least useful in the game. Essentially, when you save a character, they will assist you by, for instance, this, what Saffron does. Saffron deals a lot of instant damage. Echo, perfect, that's the spell we wanted. I did not botch on that, love to see it. It's very easy to botch, picking things. Echo is a spell that duplicates our other spell. And since you already see how many... shit, gone to the wrong zone. Skip down on the shop, that's a bit of a bummer. Not the end of the world, but it'll make upgrading happen later. Fiddly thumbs. So yeah, Terra's assist move is essentially just breaking a set of random tiles on the field. And that's not good, because we want to be able to move around a lot. So yeah, that's why Terra's just gonna have to be out. Also, that was the fight. Crossfire is very, very strong. Killing an enemy, however, gets you a couple of selections of things to pick. Which is why... so that's like the toss-up between saving or killing. Oh, enemy moved out of the way. And that one moved into me. Perfect. So, we are on to which zone again? I didn't quite see. Gunner. Alright, Gunner is one of the easier bosses in the game. I have to use the other one first. So there's essentially 2 spell slots at the same time. On the bottom left, and you can see like the numbers right next to the big blue mana icon. So the game works in a way that you have your deck, and whenever you cast a spell, you pull from the top into whatever one of 2 slots you have. So you'll always have 2 active spells. But since we don't like spells, we like Crossfire and nothing but Crossfire, we're just gonna use Crossfire and Echo. So we only have 2 spells, so we don't even have to worry about what else is in the deck. Making this character a very fun character to play, because you can just get the things you need and then go crazy. There we go, see if we can upgrade this again. Fragile on hit. Wonderful. We basically got the perfect Crossfire setup. Chance to hit twice, Fragile, and double fire. Fragile, what Fragile does, it sort of makes enemies critical hittable, is the easy way to explain it, I suppose. It gives enemies a debuff. Oh, dang you, Gunner. It gives enemies a debuff whereby the very next hit they take deals 1.5 damage. 150%. I am not... Gunner. Gunner, buddy, pal, can we talk? Alright, there we go, we talked. Let's go over to the next zone. So, Fragile is very, very useful. Double fire, of course, taking advantage of that. A chance to hit twice, taking advantage of that. we're essentially applying a whole bunch of fragile effects in that whole mess of numbers that you see in there. Just deleting enemies like crazy. Shoutouts to Mega Man Battle Network, whereby winning is actually called deleting, because internet stuff is great. Play Mega Man Battle Network, y'all. Those games are fantastic. Get better with each games. 1 through 6, it's only an uphill situation there. So that's my Mega Man Battle Network plug. All right.
Yeah, I can vibe with that.
Yeah.
I played the personally, I've only played the first game, but even that is really solid.
Mm-hmm.
There's no such thing as a bad Mega Man Battle Network game.
No. Alright, see if we can do one more shopping trip. Should do it for an Echo upgrade. I don't want double cast on Echo. It has a weird, very weird, awkward effect whereby it casts the double cast from the initial spell, and then it casts its own double fire effect like half a second later. Which means 9 out of 10 times when you use that double fire effect of the Echo spell itself, it sort of puts it down after you've landed back on your own squares. Which is not useful. Hello, Hazel. Hazel's great. She's got a big wrench. Mechanic. Her fight's actually quite fun. If you don't speedrun it. That's the downside of speedrunning this. You'll not see a whole bunch of very cool things in the game. There's a variety of cool decks you could be building. Let's see, there we go. Got good mana regen as well. Because there's like all kinds of spell trees. It's the thing that I selected at the beginning that all have like their own sort of gimmicks to them. For instance, the double lift that I selected also has a whole bunch of spells in it with jams. And jams are basically useless spells that clog up your deck. And they root you to the floor when you cast them in order to get rid of them out of your deck. You might be like, why is that even a useful thing? Why is that a spell tree? Well, there's all kinds of other spells that sort of interact with these jams. For instance, one spell that casts a projectile for every jam that is still in your deck. There's one spell that casts a projectile for every jam you've previously consumed, and so on and so forth. There's just a variety of very good things. Let's see, just minus mana cost make casting it a lot faster. There we go. We're basically set on upgrades. We're not gonna care about anything else anymore. Only thing we care about now is artifacts. We haven't gotten the best artifacts, but we have gotten basically the perfect upgrades for the spell. Oh, did you not? I hate that move. There we go. Many numbers. I love it when that happens. Alright. On to the final zone. So we'll have basically 2 boss fights. One is the other ice character, Violet, ice zone character, and right after that the boss fight will be, so I'll be informing about time as soon as we get closer. But for now I do want to mention that the reason I play SASE is for one, because it's just a very fun, fluent, fast character to play. You just zip around, sort of take the enemy's territory as your own, making it super fun. But also, because if you play any other character, you will have SASE as a boss fight, and boy, that fight is difficult. So I figured, what is a better motivator to pick this character than to not want to do the actual fight against her yourself? So yeah, that's a great reason to do that. We'll just skip the shop. You know, so yeah, we're coming up on the final couple of battles. No, there we go, got rid of that one. So we'll have Violet, which will be a very fast fight, and then the Gate of Eden. We're gonna have to break open the gate because we've been bad. Because we've been destroying, or we've been taking somebody's life, and you know they don't like that in Eden. That's a no-no. Okay, so that was Violet. She's very cool. Alright, so we're coming up on the final boss. The time will be after the gate is destroyed. Another character will spawn, and that character will nuke us, and as soon as my health pool reaches 0, that'll be time. So this is why the Gate of Eden is a fun fight as SASE. You could just sort of jump on it and just unleash hell. There we go. That's the gate done. Time will be coming up very shortly. Yeah, we have the character, and we're gonna be hit any moment now. And time. That's it. That's the run. So yeah, thanks for having me on the event. It's been a fun one. This run is super fun. Seriously, everybody, look at the game, pick it up. It's fantastic.